I looked at Tristan and Tristan looked at me. I was like,
Okay. Waiting for viewers. I tagged you, I think I did, Kaci, as co-hosts to the event. So you should have gotten a notification to go accept being a co-host so that you can share it and moderate it and make comments and all that other kind of stuff.
There's one.
Yep, there's one. Hello, one.
he's about to hop on too.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
Hello, Richard.
That way, if you chose to share it on your personal page, you could.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to answer questions, if someone, that kind of thing, I just put you guys on as co-hosts because Della never accepted one of them.
Okay.
And left, so if you guys, Richard would like a reading.
Okay.
Start writing.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, it's Jessica.
And Casey's watching. Oh, thank you, Kaci.
You're welcome.
Also ask Morgan Rodriguez to join us. Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Oh, you were looking at that rock and saying how it looked like a woman was in the rock?
Anybody can go, Richard,
Lady.
anybody can go onto my page and watch without having friended me. But if she wants to send me a friend request, I'd be happy to do that. Jessica, we weren't doing anything except talking.
Yeah. Shooting the breeze.
Yeah, and I attended a webinar on the changes that Facebook is rolling out.
Hello, Brady.
And it's just, hey, Birdie, it's just getting ridiculous what we can and can't do anymore on Facebook. So it's harder to reach people without sharing and inviting them specifically. Hey, Tammy. Okay, Richard, we've got you down for a reading. We'll get to you as soon as we can. So my name is Edith. For those of you who know me, or don't know me, sorry. If you know me, I'm still Edith Mary. It's gonna be one of those nights. Can you tell? I'll blame it on the boo-boo. See my boo-boo?
Oh, what'd you do?
Okay, I hit myself in the head. I forgot to take my mask into the doctor's office. She says, back out. And I'm trying to back out. She goes, here's your mask. Go put it on. And I went to turn around, and that little box they keep the samples in hit me right in the head, in the corner of it. It was like, oh.
We're all having boo-boos today.
Well, good, Tammy. Yeah, you fell. Are you? Oh, okay, she's on top of it. So I'm Edith Mary. I am a tarot reader, and a psychic medium. This is Sarah.
Hello.
Sarah is a tarot reader, mom, entrepreneur, not having a baby.
God, I hope not.
Me too.
I'm sorry, it was a conversation we had off camera.
Those days are long gone, thank God.
And then eventually we'll have Kaci come in. Right now, Casey's being our admin person who is taking notes and writing down names, and she'll be kicking butt later, I'm sure. When it comes time to talk with the loved ones on the other side, Kaci will come in, and Sarah. Yes, Sarah does seem very nice, doesn't she?
Whoa.
She seems that way.
Sarah is awesome, Richard. She's truly awesome. She's one of my favorite people. For those of you who live in San Antonio and would like to go kayaking, what is it?
Mission kayak.
Mission kayak. You don't mind me plugging you, do
No,
you?
not at all.
And if you live in San Marcos, let her know because she might do a special tour for you.
We're growing.
Yes.
Bike tours, electric bike tours, kayaking on the San Antonio Riverwalk, all sorts of great things. So.
Hand me the painting. This is, which way do you want it to be up?
I don't know. This is Casey's the one that likes it. it goes that way.
It goes that way.
It goes that way.
Okay. This is the, I did a private lesson with Sarah on acrylic pouring. See, Tammy lives in
San Marcos.
San Marcos, yeah. This is one of the first paintings she ever did. So I'd say she's rather talented. But acrylic pouring can go any particular direction. Matter of fact, I kind of like it that way because it looks like it's dripping. So I only surround myself with talented people.
Oh, thank you. I try to surround myself with honest, good people.
Yes. There is that too.
That's why my group friend is so small. I should not say that. But in all honesty, integrity is a hard thing to find in this world.
Yes, it is.
So,
Richard was stationed at Wolford Hall.
oh, cool. So my son, who's now 13,
Was
born at Wolford Hall.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So
Bertie said your painting was beautiful. And it is. Very much so.
that's not my favorite one. My daughter loves that one. My favorite one's actually in my bedroom. It's part of my altar.
Oh, okay.
I do like it. It's just not my favorite. She was like, "This is mine." I said, "Take it."
No, I told you what I saw in it, and you're like, okay, you see so much more than I do, and you gave it to me.
Yep.
Okay, Richard, if I see a friend request for Morgan Rodriguez, I will accept it. Not a problem.
Richard, do you want Morgan to get a reading? Or are you just telling him, I opened the door and he did not. He ran away.
It's okay.
Being a cat.
You're gonna have to pick him up.
Where did Jagger go? Oh, he knocked out on the couch.
Get out.
You got 9 people watching. Nice.
Yeah.
When Kaci gets back, I'll have her read off the names of. Oh, Jessica was a AO4
I don't have a clue
or
what
a
that means.
4OA. See, there
4A.
goes the dyslexia. Medical admin in the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
See, I was a 3C.
Morgan wants one, I think Richard said.
Yep, I'm looking back. Okay, I got her down.
You got Morgan Rodriguez down. Okay, cool.
Read off who you've got for what so they can hear it.
So I've got for readings Richard, Morgan, Bertie, Mary Pat, and Roberto. And for the spiritual side, I've just got Mary Pat for anyone. So if anyone wants...
Okay, exactly. I didn't say that. For anyone who wants a reading, you have to say, I want a reading. For anyone who wants to speak with a loved one on the other side, you need to say their name and when they died, please. So who's first, Kaci? So if Kaci did not call your name, it is because we missed you. Just say it again if we didn't call your name. Who's first?
Richard Lucas.
Richard. Richard, for you, the first one I have for you. Okay, the first one I have for you is the Ten of Wands, which is you've got too many things on your plate right now. You just need to set boundaries and tell people no. Then we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about contracts. It's about the coming together of opposites. And honoring the contracts that we have between each other. And then we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about the spiritual journey, the turning your back on the things that don't serve you. Probably because you've got too many burdens. People are asking too much of you. You're not, hi Christine, you're not honoring the people, you're not honoring yourself or the contracts you've made. And because of that, you need to turn your back on the things that just hurt you.
Yes, Brenda, I have got Bertie.
Cool. Okay. Richard, the first one I had is The Forge. So this is talking about going through life's challenges. You have to have the good and the bad. If you think about it, when you're doing any type of like sword work, it goes from the fire, then it gets pounded into a bit of a shape, then it gets dunked into the water to cool. Then it goes back into the fire, gets beat up a little bit more, gets dunked in the water. So it's this constant roundabout. You probably feel like you've been beat up enough. This is saying with each beat comes actually something good. It'll make you harder, it'll make you stronger. It's turning you into what the Spirit wants you to be. The second one is the Seeker of Spells. This is telling you to slow down and look around you. You're so worried about everybody and everything else that you need to slow down and look for the gifts that you should be receiving. It's there for you. Spirit's trying to give it to you. You just need to slow down and look for it. It's right there in front of you. You just need to actually pick it up, use it, and do what needs to be done. And your last one is the Seeker of Visions. This one's actually got a cool story to it. Probably is for you. The guy, what happened was he was at the lake. He saw a beautiful woman. They had a conversation and she disappeared. He goes down to the lake every day and he plays his harp, trying to get this beautiful lady to come back. It's all about sitting with yourself with intention and meditating and making what you see in your heart come true. So the 3 for you, Richard.
Ooh. All right. Morgan Rodriguez is next.
Morgan, for you, the first one I have for you is the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is Spirit is trying to give you talents or skills or treasures or something. Hi, Morgan. The Spirit is gifting you, talking to you, but you're ignoring it. You're not even looking around at the things that you have. You're just sort of pouting. It's the pouty card. And then we have, the next one I have is the Hermit. The Hermit is all about shining your light, getting out of that cave and down off that mountain so that you can live your life fully and in spreading your light, spreading your teachings for others, helping them find their way. And then I have the Star, which is all about nurturing and caring for yourself. This is self-nurturing. You need to take better care of yourself.
This is cool. I promise you I shuffled these. I shuffled them 3 times. But these are pretty cool cards that just came up again. Okay, for you, we've got the Seeker of Visions. Already heard the story about it. So this is all about sitting in contemplation with yourself, meditating, figuring out what you want to happen, and making it so internally, spiritually. The next one I had is the 6 of Challenges. Something just came up rather recently that you escaped from, you got away from, or that you're going to get away from. If you look, there's wolves at the bottom, you're up the tree. You're not cornered, you're not pinned, you can get out of the tree. But you definitely got away from something right here. So now just take a little bit of a break and figure out your next move, how to get out of the tree. It's totally doable. You just got to figure out what your next move is. And the last one is the Forge. Again, for you, getting out of the tree is actually going to take a lot of work. It's going to take some hard-pressed time. So it's going to be a longer journey for you, but it can be done, and when you come out the other side, you're going to be a much stronger person for it. I think caregiver, and she says she's a caregiver at the VA.
Yeah.
There you go, yes.
That's a rough job.
Yes, it is. I used to be the IT at the VA in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and before the pandemic, you guys went through heck on wheels on steroids. So.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for caregivers and nurses and CCMAs and they.
Yep. It's a thankless job.
Very much so.
Who's next?
Birdie.
Birdie, this one's for you. The first card I have for you is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is all about the transformation. It's about Nope. It's the King of Swords. Sorry. I knew there was something a little wrong there. The King of Swords is about standing in your authority. It's about rising above the pettiness of life. It's also about cutting through the bullshit that surrounds you, that people try and give you a lot of. Then we have another sword. We have the Seven of Swords, which is vigilance. You need to pay more attention to what's going on around you. Because it's not everyone in your circle of family and friends. If we have time, Morgan, we can answer that. Right now, if we've got how many?
7.
7. If we have time, we can do another reading for everybody. If not, then you can tune in next week or contact us privately. Birdie, the Seven of Swords is watchfulness. Not everybody in your friends and family circle is your friend.
That was quick and simple.
And the last one I have for you is temperance, which is about making sure that you're doing everything you can to be the best person you can be.
Birdie, correct?
Correct.
All right. Birdie, the first one out for you is the Four of Visions.
Again? Oh, no more visions. No. Oh, different one.
Different one. This is all about not being so melancholy. If you look, he's got all sorts of cool, magical things happening around him, but he's just sitting there like a bump on a log. Sort of poor me. This is telling you no more poor me, that there's a lot of things that you could be doing, a lot of magic and gifts around you, so you need to just sort of unbump the log and get on with life.
Unbump the log.
Unbump the log.
Get off the log. Doesn't belong to you. Get off.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's the move on one.
Yeah.
The next one I have for you is the Five of Boons. And this sort of goes along the same lines. These two kids, you know, it's cold, it's winter outside, they think they've got nothing, they're all huddled together. But if they would just look around them, they've got all sorts of food that's right behind them on the trees. They've got a nice warm house way in the background. So it's not as bad as they think it is. And this goes for you. It's not as bad as you think it is. Look around you. There's ways out. There's blessings close by. You just need to get a move on. I keep hearing, get a move on. Rather forcefully. The next one, Birdie, is the Seven of Visions. This one is, you've got way too many ideas in your head. You're not focusing. Pick one and focus on it. If you're scatterbrained on a lot of different things, none of them are going to happen. So it's sitting down, looking at your blessings, and figuring out which one or two you actually want to put your time and effort in and follow. Intention is everything. So if you have an intention to do something, go for it. Okay.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm awake now. I actually did oversleep today. Who's next?
Mary Pat. That's okay. Sleep is good.
Yes, it is good, except when you're late for work.
From the girl who will sleep into 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I'm there with you. Mary Pat, the first card we have for you is the Six of Cups. This is innocence, joy, compassion, and kindness, but more childlike, more unconditional, because children will love unconditionally. They play unconditionally as well. So, this is not recognizing gender or color or anything. Don't be doing a secret language between mother and daughter thing. They're talking to each other the same way my mother and I used to talk with each other.
Yes, Jessica, I got you.
And so, Mary Pat, we also have, hey, Lucy, we also have the Five of Coins. That things, all you got to do is turn around. Things are not as bad as you think they are. Things are looking a lot better But you need to open your eyes and see it. You need to not play the poor me and work on... Did you see Lucy's comment? We got you, sweetheart. So the next one I have for you is, oh yeah, don't play the poor me thing, is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a movement card. It's a get up and move card. It's a get up and out there, do some exercise, go on that spiritual journey. Keep meditating. It was your two's fault.
Mary Pat, she was going to read all of her cards in the deck for you.
I was working on it.
She had pulled 3. She was pulling a 4th, and I was like, put your down. Look, you've already done 3.
No, what she's saying is, I'm jealous. It's my turn. No, Edith, you're an idiot.
No, not an idiot. Just dazed and confused.
I was trying to figure out what the two of you were silently saying, and I'm like,
sorry.
I was trying to let in on this.
I was trying not to be distracting.
No, it was her. It was you.
Oh.
Well, I'm sitting right here, so of course, no matter what I do, you guys can see because
okay.
it's right there.
Anyway, so Mary Pat, this is the wide world. It's your spirit guide. You've already gone through one journey. You're standing at the edge of the forest, and he's waiting for you so you can go ahead and go on the other journey. He's looking back at you like, come on, lady, let's go. So listen to your spirit. They're ready. It'll be a cool journey for you. The second one is the Two of Spells. This is about asking questions. When we're doing a full deck reading, it actually means pull another card, ask again. So ask your spirit for the guidance. He knows where you need to go. He's waiting for you. You just need to ask him.
We need the light, don't we?
Well, we can't do anything about the light now.
I'll just say
I know that. I didn't say I know that. I just said we're missing a piece of equipment, and that's all I was saying.
I'll just sit here and hold it.
You sit there and hold it. Yes, thank you, sweetheart.
It'll be so shaky.
We're good.
Yes, we are.
Okay. And the last
If
one,
slightly
Mary
confused.
Pat, is the Weaver of Spells. And this goes right into it. You've got your magic. So enjoy it, use it, go on that journey. You're totally ready for it. You just need to chop and get a move on. Seems to be sort of the theme of this.
It
tonight.
does. And that pretty much goes for everybody. It's like, what do you and I have to chop and get a move on for?
Well,
I know what I need to
year,
do.
It's a new president. It's a new lot of different things, and I think that's just the world saying.
Everybody's been holding back because they don't know what to expect. So like, okay, let's let everything go first. We'll wait.
Birdie.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
They're waiting for shit to hit the fan, so they don't want to do anything big.
Oh, it's already, I mean, people are already posting crap about, and he's not even had a full day in office. They're posting crap
We're not
about.
going there.
Yeah,
Cards. La cards.
No, they're posting crap about everybody, and it's like I don't want to go there either. So I don't care what other people think.
Ooh. Well, hello.
Went all the way around. Jessica.
Ooh, Jessica.
Jessica, where'd you go?
I'm sorry, I was just abandoned by a dog.
I know. He came all the way around to go see you, and then.
I didn't notice he was there. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I was a bad dog, mommy.
Bad dog aunt.
Aunt, we'll do that. Well, I don't know, considering how he greeted me today. When I first came in, hey, Charlie. When I first came in, Jagger insisted to be picked up and held before I even said anything to anybody.
I know Charlie Harker's dad and sister. Rebecca is his sister. So, hi Charlie, you've never met me, but your sister used to come and babysit my kids when they were like tinies. So I know the Harker family.
Okay.
Alex is one, and Rebecca's the other one.
Oh, Alexis and those
Yes.
two? Oh, okay.
We're having a family reunion, Charlie. Who are we reading?
Jessica.
Jessica, we have the 10 of coins. You've reached the end of one phase. Things are pretty good. You just need to move on to the next phase with all of the knowledge and experience that just take it from this phase. We also have the Knight of Cups. The Knave of Cups, the knave page, which is all about listening to your spirit guides, listening to listening to your heart as well. But talk to your spirit guides before your heart. And then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like, get the transformation going. It's all about being transformed into something else. This is all part of your journey of becoming a brand new person.
Yes, Miss Christine, I have you down.
But we put you at the very bottom, so. I'm kidding. I have no idea what she's doing over there. I
can only see so far.
It's Kaci code. Only I can read
had to give her a little. Okay, Jessica. For you, I've got the 10 of Boons. If you look, everybody's gathered and they're not wearing a mask. No. So this is love and peace and family. Good times, plentiful times. Enjoy it while you can for now. These are the good times. Your next one is the 4 of Boons. This says you've got a lot of gifts. People want to use them, not necessarily in a bad way, but that you have to be less selfish. And I know Jessica's not selfish at all. But this is saying open yourself up to new ideas and to be more willing to listen and accept people when they bring you new ideas. Keep getting ideas.
He cried for 10 minutes to get out of the room, and now he's crying to go back in.
And your last one, Jessica, is the 3 of Visions. This says, go have fun, but when you go have fun, do it with the people that are part of your clan, your family. Even if it's not blood family, have a little party, enjoy yourself, but keep it with those that you know best. The secret friends, the close friends.
Mm-hmm. I hope that all makes sense, Jessica.
And if it doesn't, it's her fault.
I think we're all a little on the distracted side here lately.
Actually, it's not distraction. I've got so much energy that I'm trying to filter out what needs to go where.
There is a lot here.
Yes,
So
there is.
It's not a distraction so much as it's literally filtering out all of it for one specific person.
Who?
Whoever's being read.
Oh.
I'm just trying to
okay,
keep
yeah.
it. I'm trying to keep it for that because I keep getting so much. It's like being on a conference call and everybody keeps talking. It's like, shh, your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Speaking of turns, whose turn?
And
now?
Jessica, you can always come to my brand new apartment when I move, and we can all party there.
Where can we party? We could totally party in Colorado when it's not cold and snowing. It's got to be nice. We don't do snow.
As a matter of fact, I have a friend that lives in Colorado someplace.
It's not like it's a big state. Colorado someplace.
No, it's probably like Denver, Boulder, something like that. I don't really know.
Who?
But I've known her for years.
Roberto.
How? Roberto. We have the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is all about the family celebrations. It's celebrate your family, celebrate like birthdays, funerals, weddings, but being with the family to celebrate, knowing that everybody's is. I really wish you would stop doing that.
Sorry.
And don't complain about your brother when he does it. I'm sorry, I really do. I have a fire thing. I love candles. I'll have them on, but I must have in some previous life been burned out because I'm terrified of coming home, not having anything left because of a fire. If I could unplug all my appliances, I would. It's an unnatural fear. Hi, Joyce. So anyway, getting back to Roberto, we have the 9 of whatever that is, wands, the 9 of wands. The 9 of wands is, yes, you've come through the battle and you won, and Spirit's got your back, but don't forget to stay vigilant because they could be coming again. The 2 of wands, you had all wands, didn't you? Wow, okay. Wands are about creativity and using your resources wisely. It's also, they tend to, because it's creativity, it's also transformation. So it says to me that you are on your journey. This is the 3 of wands, that you've probably started a new phase of life, a new journey, a new spiritual journey, where you're having to look a little deeper for answers. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, Roberto, the first one I have for you is the 6 of challenges. This card says you made it through. You climbed up that tree before the wolves got you. Take a bit of a break. Look, figure out what you want to do next. But the hard ordeal is past you. The next one is the folly. This says what you tried to build and what you just got away from, let it go. You can't start new. You can't move on to bigger and better things if you're holding on to the old decrepit stuff. So this is all about saying, I got through that one. Let it go and move on. And the last one is suspension, which is looking at things differently. Now that you're up in that tree, hang upside down like a little monkey for a while. Look at your life totally different, and see where you want to go with it next, what your next move is. It's there for you. It's just going to be different. So you need to look at the world from a new perspective. Turn it upside down. Hang like a monkey.
I didn't mean to chastise you, but
it's okay.
I was just seeing you catch on fire.
She was rubbing her hand, like the flame was right here, and she was just doing this, back and forth, feeling the heat. And
I also want to stick my hands in the fire,
and
but I'm not
Edith
gonna.
was spasming over it.
whew.
Okay, yeah.
Christine.
We finally got to Christine. Christine, the first one I have for you is the Magician. It's within your power to make all of the changes you need to make in your life. It's within your power to cut the crap and make other people cut the crap. Then we have the 4 of Cups, which is about not looking at what you've been given. It's about pouting rather than moving ahead. And then we have Justice. Justice is about fairness and compassion. It's about making sure everybody is taken care of. And we do that by cutting through the crap.
Your Justice card has to be like my favorite card in your deck.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Walk like an Egyptian. Sorry. It's an Egyptian cat.
Yes, it is. It
Yes.
is. Yeah, I mean, yes, I
See, I'll
wasn't
show
just...
you.
It's
See,
a Sphinx
that's
cat.
exactly what I thought of, where they're doing.
And that's fine.
Okay, Christine. The first card I got for you is the Black Shuck. The card of death.
Ooh.
No joke. When I got this deck of cards, this card scared the bejesus out of me. I was a little kid. I used to have living nightmares of a black wolf eating me. So, and my sister. Anyway, this isn't about your death. This is about transformation and the death of one thing moving to something else, not a specific person. The second card I have for you is the Weaver of Visions. This is a mermaid. She's sitting down at the bottom. She's got everything she needs. She's looking up to the surface thinking, how am I going to make it? No, so you've got your powers. We know you've got your powers. You've shown us your powers. Put them to use. Do the work for yourself. Make things happen that you need to have happen. And the last one is the folly. Let go of the old crap. There's plenty of it. Let it go and move on with something new. There's not anything more you can do about it. You're never going to rebuild that house. Let it go and build a new one on a better foundation. Hope that helps you, Christine.
Next.
Tina Hooker.
Tina Hooker. Tina, the first one I have for you is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is like you grow, transform, get your magic together, because you can certainly create and change your world if you want to. And then we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is like, turn your back on that stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. Move on. Get out of the house. Get out, do stuff. Get out of your own way so that you can go on that spiritual journey of transformation. And then we have balance, making sure, this is the Two of Coins, making sure that your life is in balance, making sure that your health is taken care of, making sure that you have that work-life balance, that you're not doing too much relaxing or too much working.
Who is it for?
Tina.
Okay, Tina, the first card I have for you is the Four of Boons. This way, if you can see it, they've got pies. There's a lady that wants to buy it, but they're hiding them, they're hoarding them. Use your talents. There are people that could find your talents useful, but you're sort of sitting back, not wanting to share them. Step out of that comfort zone and share the talents. Share your talents.
And I thought I was going to be the one.
Yeah. The Nine of Challenges. This is saying, get done what needs to be done so that at night you're not sitting cowering, trying to hide from it. If you look at the little guy, he's hiding in a little cubby hole, scared to death of everything around him. He wouldn't be in this situation if he had taken care of what he needed to take care of during the day. He wouldn't be so scared at night. What this is saying is, you know what needs to be taken care of. You're procrastinating with it. So stop the procrastination and you're going to move on, because things aren't going to go well if you keep procrastinating. And the last one is the card of Sunlight. This is the happiest card in the deck. The best card in the deck says, if you get that move on, great things are going to come your way. Don't hide, get it done. Stop procrastinating, and you'll have a little guy playing a flute for you and sun raining down on you and having a great time. So,
does he bring drinks with an umbrella in him?
I don't know. I don't drink. I guess if you want to pay him enough, he'll sing a jig and bring you some Cabana Boy.
Who's next?
Lucy Valdez.
Lucy. My favorite Lucy in the whole wide world. Lucy, for you, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords says, wow, this really is the theme tonight. Get moving, girl.
Yeah, it is.
What are you waiting for? Because this is the Ten of Swords. It's all done and over with. Just forget about it. You can't renegotiate this.
I heard chop chop cheerio. It's clear as day. Chop chop cheerio. Like.
And then we have the Knight of Cups. I don't know. You're the one who heard it. It comes through our filters, and so we can translate it. So
she's just weird.
Well, we know that. But be careful. You're her daughter. The last one, Lucy, is the Knight of... you made me forget. The Knight of Cups, which is also a get a move on card. It doesn't matter how fast you go. It's just your life. There's something calling you to a higher purpose, and you're ignoring it. And the time to ignore it is long past. You're going to keep getting that lesson harder and harder until you pay attention.
Dun, dun, dun. Where's your sound on your phone when we need it? Okay, Lucy, for you, I've got the Two of Challenges. What this is saying is, you're walking down a path and you've been blocked by yourself. Take a look and see why you're blocking your own self. Why you're blocking your own way. It's nobody else doing it but you. So take a good hard look in the mirror, look at yourself, and pretty much tell yourself, get out of the way. You've got things that you should be doing. You are keeping yourself from doing them. The next one is the Nine of Boons. This is like, well, if you get past it, you're going to have peace. You're going to have everything you need. You're going to be tranquil. It's all good to go. But until you talk with yourself and get a move on and get out of your own way, it's going to be hard. Spirit still got you. They're still warm and fuzzies, keeping you from many bad things. But until you get past yourself, it's not going to be as easy. But once you do, smooth sailings, you have everything you need. So, chop chop cheerio.
You're so weird.
I want to meet that spirit because it sounds very funny.
You're weird.
Amen, sister.
So was it someone around for Lucy, or was it one of your guides giving you the message?
I have never heard in that voice for me,
Okay.
chop chop cheerio. Or anything in that voice, so.
Oh, that's true,
Yeah.
Christy.
We had talked about that.
All right, who's next?
Karina.
Karina.
She is the last person on my list, so if we have not read you, or if you're just watching and want a reading, just say in the chat and I'll get you down. But Karina is the last person on our list for readings right now.
Okay, so if Kaci missed you, we'll take her out back and flog her.
I've got plenty of switches.
There we go.
She can choose from between an apple tree switch or a peach tree switch.
Which one's harder and hurts more?
No, it's not about the hard. The thinner.
Yes, that's true.
I got a lot of switches as a kid. I am a connoisseur of tree switches and of belts and of paddles. Because when I went to school in Texas, you could still get paddled.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I'm an expert in getting... My mother beat me half to death one day with a blade of grass. Right on the legs. She was, yeah.
I wish.
I cried and screamed all the way home, absolutely certain I was going to die. Oh, hi, Sharon.
Okay, who was the last one, Kaci? Because I know there was...
Karina.
Karina.
Sorry, Karina.
We may take a little side trips on our path, but we come back eventually. Karina, the first card I have for you is the Justice card. It's about being fair, being balanced, being compassionate, understanding. Understanding. Now, do you understand a little bit more why things were the way they were?
Yes.
No, you're fine. It's about understanding that people do strange things when they're desperate. So put yourself in their shoes and what would you do? And stop judging them on that. You can't judge them by your standards. You can judge... I don't even know why I'm saying that. You can only judge people by their own standards. I have absolutely no clue why that came up. Then we have for you the Hermit. The Hermit is about making sure your light is shining brightly, making sure that you are giving out your wisdom. And here comes the other puzzling part. This is the Judgment card, that no one is ever beyond redemption, that there is always a chance for someone to shine their light. There is always a second chance for everybody. And I also want to say that this is also about your guardian angels looking down on you and watching you and taking care of you. So where you want to go with all that, I have no clue because I don't know where that all came from this evening. Apparently I was channeling it from somebody. Huh? Karina.
Okay, Karina, the first card I have for you is the Nine of Visions. This is a Make-A-Wish card. Here, I'll move it over. See, what I keep doing is, you see your comments? if I hold it over here, I think I'm not blocking everybody from seeing their comments.
But it has nothing to
I
do.
know it has nothing to do. That's why I keep moving it over. Okay, so Karina,
The squirrel arrived.
yes. This picture is actually literally from inside a wishing well if you were flipping the coin going down. So this says, dream big, make those wishes, make a wish, keep it focused.
Yes, Robert. And I got you down.
The next one is the 3 of challenges. This one lets you know that you always have options. This is from the fairy tale where the father, there's actually quite a few of them in European folklore. The father's leaving his children to fend for themselves out in the woods. He's upset about it, but he sees no other options. This is the card that says there are other options. Don't be so hasty and jump to conclusions that there's only one way to go. There's actually more options for you. And the last one I have for you is the Seeker of Visions. This one is another sort of hope card. Meditate, figure out what you want to do, play your harp, so to speak, and wish for those great things to come. You're in search of, keep searching, but focus that search.
Robert, did you and or Sharon want a reading? Because I don't know if you heard Kaci said yes, we're still taking requests. And it just occurred to me that you can answer them in the chat.
Oh, I can!
Yeah! It just occurred to me. It's like, oh, there has to be a better way. So let us know, Robert and Sharon, if you want readings. We'll chit-chat amongst ourselves for a second or two.
Okay.
Oh, he did. He heard you. Okay. You're welcome, Karina. I really hope that made sense. Sometimes they just seem like really, really, really off the wall. Is that for both of you, Robert, or just you?
Are you seeing the little black cat outside the door?
I can't see outside the door from here.
Well, I think she's meaning a spirit cat.
Yes, I know, but I can't even.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't. There's a whole.
That was the one that was scratching like Jagger. Because it scratched until we noticed, and then it doesn't anymore.
Oh.
All I see is its paws. It's got little white paws and its eyes.
Oh.
Looks about the size of a little kitten. Sharon got one 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we can still get a mini reading tonight with 3 from me and 3 from her. Her. This one sitting right here over here. Her is named Sarah.
Her Majesty Edward.
Oh, God.
If you know me, I don't consider myself that way, but I thought it would be. I was looking for her word, and that came up. I've been watching way too much Downton Abbey.
Oh, God.
Every night before I go to bed, I watch an episode just to get my mind out of myself.
I finished all 7 seasons of Blacklist on Netflix. Yeah, actually, it was a lot better. Just you, Robert.
Just you,
okay. It was a lot better show than I thought.
What's it about?
We'll talk about that later. Robert!
Have you seen
I keep things going.
Blacklist?
No, but I'm sure everybody would like to hear the reading and get to know their
You're the
past
reading
loved
love to
ones.
know their what? Oh, yes, this is true. Anyway, if you like crime dramas, do Blacklist. So, we have for you, Robert, the first one I have for you is the 4 of Coins. The 4 of Coins cautions us against hoarding, and because when we're hoarding on the things, we don't share them. We're being selfish sometimes. Sometimes you need to hold on to that for that rainy day, but most of the time it is all about, I never told you about the hairspray bottle. Most of the time it is about sharing what you have so that everybody has enough. Then there's the Hermit. This one has come up an awful lot tonight. The Hermit is all about letting your light shine, about giving out your teachings, about making sure that you are a leader instead of a sheep. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is slowly and surely start moving down your path. You've already made your plans. Now it's time to put those plans into action.
Okay, Robert, the first one I have for you is the 7 of Challenges. This one's the watch your 6 card, watch your back end. People who you think may be your friends are actually stealing things right out from underneath your nose. So while you're all cozy and cuddly and cozy in the house and you think everything's good, you've got some people that are working against you. Not necessarily with your best interest in mind. So keep an eye out for those friends or work counterparts. The next one, Robert, I have for you, oh, my nose itches all of a sudden, is the 3 of Challenges. This says you have more options than you think you do. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't leave your kids out in the woods alone. As a last resort, that's literally, look, that's what it is. He's leaving his kids. Hansel and Gretel. He's leaving his kids out.
I know.
So this is saying, don't be hasty. Don't jump to conclusions and make drastic choices. You've got other options.
That's not what I was making that face at. You said don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I was like, what?
You never heard that?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll explain that one to you. There's a whole history behind don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I'd like to hear that myself.
Okay, well, let me finish this. The 9 of Boots. See, I'm trying. Monkeys in a circus. Trying to keep them. The 9 of Boons.
We noticed you were trying to keep us on track.
Yes. Failing horribly. So this is about. Yeah. So this is about sitting back. Once you've made those decisions, once you've watched out for those people that are trying to do bad your way, good things will come. So, okay, baby with the bathwater. Way back in the 1800s, when they would take hot baths, it was not like we could just turn it on. They actually had to make hot water.
Yes, they had
so
to, yeah.
They had an order to do the bath. It was always the dad first, then the boys, then the girls, and the baby was the last. By the time the baby got the bath, the bath water was very dark.
And cold, I should imagine.
And all nastiness. And the idea was don't throw the baby out with the bath water. In other words, pay attention to what's there because you might forget the baby's in the bath water. The bath water's so dark. So, yes.
I'd be more concerned about than leaving the baby in the bathtub. If you can't see it, I'd be very concerned on where it is.
Yes.
Bathe the baby before the adults. That thing can get sick.
She's
heard that expression before.
I have Richard. I don't understand, Robert.
I don't know what that means, Robert.
I don't either.
I mean, yes, we're psychics, but we only go so far. Okay. So, does anybody have any questions so far?
Kaci and I are going to switch spots.
In a little bit.
In a second. Because
I don't know if Morgan is still on here, but Morgan wanted a reading about her love life. If you are...
look at what Kaci Lynn wrote. What did Kaci Lynn write?
Oh, he wants to talk to...
Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you. We're getting it together here.
There's too much energy here.
There really is.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this is going to sound a little strange, but some of that will dissipate if you open the door.
Mouse will bolt.
We don't want mouse to bolt.
Open it just for a minute and say... Psst.
Yeah.
Okay, she's over there.
Okay.
We are in the middle of a transition here from Della and myself doing it. These two filled in while Della was on vacation. And now that Della's no longer doing this, it is now in a new location. Kaci and Sarah are here, and we're trying to figure it out.
Nope. Okay, shut it.
She found a boy toy outside across the fence.
The cat's getting happy on the fence. Very nice.
Well, ours is fixed, but that one is not.
And she's like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No!
Oh, you have a wife. You have no love life, Richard. Oh, no, the other Richard. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking Robert. Never mind.
Have you know?
And no, I have no filters. You know that already.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Richard. I saw your name and what popped in my mind was Robert, who happens to be married and doesn't need a love life. So, Richard would like to know about his, no wife. Yeah, no, I figured that out. So sorry, guys. I have a terrible headache now. I really do. Yes. You made her put it away.
Oh, I made her put it away.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I made, and it's working well for me. It is a oil for stress, headaches, and migraines.
It's like right here.
So
Happened when I opened the door.
rub it in good on your wrist, nappy your neck. So that's what she's putting on. She's putting on.
I opened the door for that little black cat to let it in, and it sat about a foot away from the door and was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting and watching. Bit creepy.
Thank you, Mary Pat.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
All right, so now's the time we talk to loved ones on the other side. So if you have a loved one on the other, yes, now you can say goodbye. Get out. Now is the time, if you want to talk with someone on the other side, you let us know. Who do we have on the list, Sarah?
All right. We have Richard Lucas, his first wife, Lisa Marie. Then we have Birdie, who wants to talk to Martha or Richard. We have Mary Pat for anyone. Tina Hooker for anyone. That's it.
Okay, so if you want to talk to a loved one on the other side, please say so, because we have switched admins.
I need a phone. Yes. Here you go. My phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd have to join.
You have to join.
So this is Kaci. She is our medium in training. Amit.
Yeah. She's my mentor.
She's in trouble.
She's stinking good. Makes us all look bad.
She does. She makes us look bad. She's that good.
No. You're just a really good teacher.
Oh, you're too sweet. Stop it.
No.
Who's first on our list for a loved one on the other side? And then Christine chimed in.
Richard Lucas for his first wife, Lisa Marie.
Is Lisa Marie available for Lucas? There's another one. There's two of them.
Okay, I got him.
Thank you. Gotcha. Is Lisa Marie available for Richard?
Richard Lucas for his first.
I'm seeing pink.
You seeing pink?
Sometimes I see people, like their faces, I can see them in general and where they are. Sometimes I can see their background. Sometimes I see just colors, and I'm just getting like a very warm pink. Kind of like a maternal pink.
So would you say that was because she was hanging around him, trying to take care of him? Or because she's just sending him love?
I think she's just sending him love. Like she's trying to say, hello, I'm here. She's better. It's very soft pink. I'm not fond of the color pink, but that's a very soft pink. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm. So like a baby pink?
This one.
Pink usually means unconditional love. So.
Just a pink.
Cool beans. And as for me, I'm not getting anything for Lisa Marie. I still have this, I think it was Lisa Marie, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lisa Marie.
Okay. I have this thing going on right here with my head, and it's...
It happened when I opened the door.
Yes, it did happen when you opened the door.
Maybe something wanted in and kind of just...
That could be. I know when Kaci opened the door, the lightness in the room got an increase. So it was kind of like heavy with spirit and heavy with energy. And she let some out, but I think something might have jumped in and is trying to...
Get inside your head?
Yes. Because at one point, did you notice me doing this? Mm-hmm. It was like something was trying to come in, and I didn't want it to. No, actually... Never mind. Here, I have my pink selenite. So
Pick any of the ones up off the top. Actually, hand her the little...
you know, Richard, you're very right. I could be picking up on that because I am very much a physical medium, and it didn't occur to me that I was picking up on her head.
The turtle. The black and white turtle. behind the yellow one. There you go.
It took me a minute.
There you go. I'll hand it to you.
Go.
Thank you.
Oh, he's so cute.
Let's do the little bag. Okay, fine.
Aneurysm.
So yeah, and so yes, I very well may have been her way of showing me, yes, she's here, and then Kaci gave the message. So there you go, Richard. Thank you for reminding me that I'm a physical medium too. I sometimes forget. Who's next?
Bertie wanted to talk to either Martha Goins, who died on February 04, or Richard Hayes, July of 2020.
What's the first name?
Martha
Goins.
or Richard Hayes.
Is there a cat over there? Behind the chair?
No.
Nope, not at all. Well, not a physical cat.
No, that wasn't a... Something just like popped up like it was trying to jump up on the table and it fell and it missed.
Okay, Bertie, here's what I've been doing is I've been playing with these two things together. She gave me the turtle to play with. And I've been like, playing with them. So someone who I'm thinking was very playful is here. I don't know if that's your mom or the other person. Would that make sense? What are you getting?
I'm not getting her, I'm getting other things.
What other things are you getting?
The thing that keeps trying to jump on the table and failing. I don't know what it is, but it wants up on the table and it jumped up and it caught my eye and it missed and fell.
Well, here, we'll do this.
There you go. You can jump up on the...
Now it can jump up from the floor to the chair to the table.
Hey, Monica. I got to get you down to Monica's store, too. Well, both of you, actually. Monica's a cool person.
So what are you hearing?
So what are you getting? Forget about that thing that's trying to jump up on the table. Or that entity. Not it's a thing. It's an entity. What energy are you picking up around Bertie? Or her mother, Martha?
Or her brother-in-law, Richard.
If only I could draw faces. Because I can see faces. No, I can't draw.
Oh.
I get really mad.
Describe it.
Oh, we got more lessons for you coming, girlfriend.
Art, I've always hated art because it just made me so mad.
Oh, no, we got something else going. Oh, no, we got... So, yes, Bertie, that would make sense that someone is here who is very playful and in a playful mood. That might be why we've been cracking up so much. It's because they've been in a playful mood and we got in the way. I hope that would make sense. Are you getting anything else associated with Bertie?
I'm not getting anything from Martha. What's the other guy?
Richard Hayes.
I'm picturing sort of a tall man. God, I don't know how to describe people very well. I wish I could show someone, but I can't. Tall man, kind of big stature. Not like big stature, but like kind of a bigger guy. Not a twig, but like a big guy.
Solid.
Yeah, solid. There we go.
Would that make sense, Bertie? And then Katina wants somebody. It's nice to see you too, Monica. As a matter of fact, I need to bring these ladies on a field trip down there.
I can't see his face though.
Okay. Is he communicating anything to you? Is he giving you a message? Is he showing you something? He's showing you something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's standing in someone's living room. Not our living room, but someone else's living room.
Could it be Bertie's living room?
No, it's not her living room. He's standing in a family's living room and he's just watching.
Okay.
Kind of like idle, like he's waiting for something. He's either waiting or just watching. But he's in someone's living room. I can see him there. like behind a big couch. Grayish brown couch.
If I remember rightly, I saw that as well way back when. So apparently he's still there, Birdie. Would he have a message for Linda?
Yeah, he says I'm all right, baby girl. I'm doing just fine. That's all I'm hearing from him. It's just the most sweet little voice. I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. He's content. He's just watching.
So he still likes hanging out with the family.
Yeah.
Cool. I hope that helps, Birdie.
At his den.
Dens were real popular back in the 60s and 70s, so that's not a... It would be the extra bedroom now, but you know. So that would actually fit, because I remember some of my relatives that they watched TV in the den, and the living room was for company. So, did you get Katina?
Yes.
Okay.
I was waiting for a date of death.
Okay.
He kind of seems sad.
Who?
Richard. I'm usually a very happy person, very positive person, but I'm getting kind of sad vibes. Like, I almost want to cry.
But what is it from? Is it from the love he's showing his family, or from some other, he's sad about events that are happening in the family?
I think he's sad about events that are happening in the family.
Okay.
Something surrounding his wife. Something's making him not very happy.
Something has happened in the family, Richard's family, that has not been a good thing, and he's upset over it. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's that, or he's sad about something. It may be that, it may be something bigger. He's just sad, and it like hurts. It's sad.
I got the impression that he's not happy with some family member who has done something that he would not have approved of.
And it hurt someone else.
And it hurt someone else, so therefore it hurt him.
Yes, that's what I'm getting.
Cool. Because that's what I first got. Hi, Audrey. That's kind of what I got before you started speaking. But I wanted you to get there.
30 minutes later, we got there.
I hope that helps, Birdie.
I really want to cry now, but I'm not gonna.
No, because we're on to somebody different. Who's next?
Mary Pat for anyone? Or
Anyone.
anything?
Anyone or anything for Mary Pat. She says you're exactly right. Mary Pat. Are you getting anything from Mary Pat?
No, I'm just trying to block Richard out right now. Switch rocks. I like the cool rocks. Are you getting anything for her?
No, actually, I'm not.
Me neither. Just like radio silence for me for once.
Yeah.
Usually I'm buzzing and buzzing and buzzing.
You're welcome,
and buzzing,
Birdie.
And I usually see something, but I see nothing. It's just like turned off TV.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Someone
much.
doesn't want to
It's
be
like
seen.
somebody turned off the TV. Yeah.
Someone doesn't want us to see something.
Yeah.
Something's going on. They're like, nope, nope. Mm-mm.
It's not for it, so Mary Pat, it would be one of those situations where it's not for you to know right now. Does that make sense? I hope. Okay, who was next?
Tina Hooker for anyone.
I'm getting kind of like a fatherly figure.
You got that too?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Wow, we must be good. Okay, hold on just 1 second. There we go. Now they can see both of us at the same time. I'm getting like a fatherly figure, Tina. Someone who's like almost like standing there hugging you. Does that make sense to you? Or are you getting something else?
I'm getting more like a grandma.
Well, it could be.
I'm not getting like a man anymore. I'm getting more like a grandma.
Well, yeah, it could be. You can get more than one.
Yeah, I'm getting a grandma.
Cool.
I don't know for where. I know it's for Tina. Is your grandma dead?
So that could also be a grandfatherly figure. They could have come back together to say, hi, how you doing? We miss you, kind of thing.
Maybe.
I'm not getting a whole lot of that. Sometimes if you don't get anything, it's just you don't need anything. I know that doesn't make any sense, but sometimes things are going well.
And they just pop in and just be
Yeah.
like, you doing good?
And that's what I'm getting right now, is things seem to be going well.
They have no messages, they're just watching.
Yeah, they're just watching, saying, hey, we love you. That's the only reason they come back, really. Because I've never had anybody come back and say, yes, that $30,000 I stuffed in the basement is over here. Never had that happen.
Dang, there went my retirement plans.
Yeah.
Come on, Kaci.
Yeah, you have to work now till you die so you can support your mom. Tina says, I'm wondering if my Uncle Alvin is there and my daughter has a guardian angel that is my great-grandmother. You know, they could have been, they both came through. We can't distinguish. Kind of like just generalized energy.
Yeah. When she said Tina, I thought, Mom? Dad? Mom? Dad? Which one? Maternal, paternal. Then you said, like, more of a paternal figure. And then I let you take that. And I was like, I'm going to focus more on the maternal side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just getting more like a grandma.
Okay.
Very light and sweet.
Okay, so are we moving on?
We're moving on.
Robert Truesdale for Ricky Truesdale, who died 12/23/20.
And there's a bunch of new ones I saw.
I know.
Real fast,
I'm
yeah.
Going.
Richard, who?
This is for Robert Truesdale, Ricky Truesdale.
Ricky Truesdale.
12/23/20, just before Christmas.
Wow. That's a hard one to take.
No, I got a door shut in my face. Sort of. More in a panic.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know why I want to say this. He didn't go willingly.
No.
It's like, I don't know if he had an accident or someone did something to him, but he did not want to go.
He's very much trying to process.
Yeah. He's angry. Very angry.
I got a door slam in my...
Yeah. I can get that.
Yeah, he's like, no. Mm-mm. He refuses to accept it.
Would that make sense, Robert? I hope it does.
Robert says, wow.
Yeah, but is that a wow you guys are really off or a wow you guys are really on? Would any of that ring true for your brother? Robert, would that ring true for your brother? Because that's what I'm getting. I was told he went in his sleep. Okay.
You know, when you go to sleep, you usually expect to wake up.
Yeah, you do. You usually expect to wake up sometime.
So maybe he got nipped from it real quick.
Yeah,
and
it could be.
He's just like, no, I went to bed. I just went to bed. The door part, yeah.
So what do you think that means, having a door slammed in your face? Because Robert says that makes sense.
I think he got ripped Well, he went to sleep. Usually when you think you go to sleep, you usually think you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up and keep going about your day. I think he got ripped away in his sleep, and he's now just completely refusing to accept that. He's like, no, this is just a dream. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to wake up and everything's going to be perfectly fine. And he's mad that he wasn't able to be with his family for Christmas. He's just mad. I'm getting that now. Because the door slammed, there's just a panic, just frenzy. He's like a puzzle. I just see a puzzle. I don't see a man. I just see like a shattered mirror. Bits and pieces everywhere.
He didn't want to go. He was taken by force. Now, it may have been his time to go, and it's like it was his time. He was supposed to go, but we don't always want to go. So, and that's the impression I'm getting, is that he didn't want to go, but his number was up. If that makes sense.
And now he's completely refusing to accept it.
Yeah, I can see that. So at some point, someone's going to have to calm him down enough so he can cross over.
He didn't get to do what he wanted to do.
Nope, he didn't.
He had so many plans what to do. He had things he wanted to say. He's not telling me. He is telling me what, but he doesn't want me to say them. He had so many things that he wanted to do, but he doesn't.
He's not ready to say them yet.
No, he's not.
Not at all. He hasn't accepted his own death, for one.
Maybe leave out like his favorite drink. You need a way to get him out of his own head for a little bit. That just makes a little sense.
Yeah, actually it does. Invite him in one evening and just sit down and
talk to him.
Talk to him.
Yellow candle.
Yellow candle, Stacy says. I've not done that once in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm back to being Stacy.
Sarah said, put out a red candle.
Yellow.
A yellow candle. And make sure he know that your brother knows it's for him, and just invite him to sit down and have a drink and talk.
Even if you're just talking about how your day went, just something to get him out of his frenzy. He needs that little bit of clear in his mind so he can piece it all back together. That's exactly what he needs. He's stuck.
It's not easy being stuck. Who's next?
Very
Christine for anyone.
Someone is making my blood pressure go up and down. I can hear it. It goes down and it goes.
It got really hot.
Yeah, the energy is really, really weird in here tonight.
It was very strong, very happy, and then it got very heavy. It went from very light to very powerful, kind of like, clouds will.
And it's still powerful, but it's more chaotic.
Yes. It went from like nice pretty clouds to like a very thick fog, and it's just like things running around in that fog. We went from being able to tell to like things just getting thrown around.
So next time we just won't open the door. We learn by making mistakes. Okay, is there anyone here for Christine? I'm not picking up anything yet. You?
There's something there, but I can't tell. It does not want to show itself. It's kind of just running around.
Really? I got that too. Okay. You got that too? Yeah. I did. It was like there's something...
It's dodging us.
No, I think it's dodging Christine. It's kind of like running a little circle around your family, the whole everybody family, Christine. And it's just sort of like maybe creating a little what seems to be... Maybe that's the chaos we're feeling right now.
Maybe we accidentally let that in. It can go.
Yes, it can go. Right through the fence outside.
Let that little black cat in. Let him get it.
Yes, it could be your mother, especially... Did you hear that?
Maybe. Milk is in my head. I just keep hearing clicking.
No, that's the rain on the...
No, that wasn't what I heard. Did you hear a cat meow?
No, but I know there's a cat outside. I can see his eyes and paws.
I heard a cat meow.
Oh yeah, he's right outside.
Anyway, weirdness is ensuing at the Neal household tonight.
Yeah, Jessica, I know. We did say change the energy.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think we should have. Part of me was like,
well, it's a live and learn thing. We need to learn to control this. You're not alone in this. We all need to learn to control it.
Push it through there. Take the chaos and just shove it through there.
You know, that is a good idea. Because on the other side of...
No, not put it in there.
No.
Shove it through. Like a needle. Thread the needle. Do not trap it. Thread it through.
She has this little circular thing with the hole in it, and we want to shove the energy through to another dimension.
Pick it up and show them what it is so they understand.
I don't want to take the ball out first.
Yeah, don't need another dent in the floor.
Turn it the other way. That's not backwards.
She found this while camping, and this is... We all agree this is a portal, so we're trying to send the energy through to another dimension, and she's like...
She doesn't want it to capture anything.
Yeah, she found that, Castroville?
Yes. Castroville, outside the regional park.
There you go. So...
It's my...
So yeah, I'm going to pass on this one, Christine, because it's just a little too much tonight. Who's next?
Katina for... Steve, who died... Steven. Oh, I forgot the N on that.
That's all right.
Who died 7/2019, or Burton Hensley, who died 10/20.
10 what?
10 of 20.
Okay.
Last year.
I'm getting nothing on Stephen, are you?
No, nothing on Stephen, but what I'm thinking is I'm hearing Burton says, let's go do this. It's almost like it is kind of like a brotherly kind of feeling, but he's literally like, let's go do this. Let's go get it done. Katina, I hope that makes sense. So whatever it is you're planning, Burton's behind it. Are you getting anything for Burton? No. Have you shut down?
I do not know. No, I just shoved a ton of stuff right through there when I was sitting here, and I just went, no. And it's just being a little bit quieter now.
Okay. Well, you can open up again, because we have more people to get to. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Audrey Shepard for her great-grandpa Ralph Birkin, who died 1/1 of 06. Or 7/1 of 06.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Katina, for that confirmation. Sometimes we don't all, none of it makes any sense to us until someone says yes. So there you go.
You mentioned Ralph, and all I got was, I'm here. Just in my head.
So ask Ralph, does he have a message for Audrey? Audrey?
He's yellow.
He's yellow?
He's yellow.
Okay.
Which usually means just like pure... Okay. So yellow is like a yellow rose. Pure friendship. Yeah.
No,
the
that's not
yellow
what
rose
he's...
of Texas.
That's not what he's...
Well, her great-grandpa Ralph was her best friend, which you didn't see, but I wrote down as a note because she put it in here. So when you saw yellow, it was...
You were seeing friendship.
Friendship.
Yellow is also very mental energy.
I think very happy.
Like when people who have to really think for a living, they're very yellow up here. People who like dig ditches are not so yellow up here, you know. So it has a mental component, not a mental, but a thinking component. So.
Oh, I just saw yellow as he's just happy.
Happy, yes.
He's made him very happy.
Okay, yellow is the second chakra. It's the red. Not that one. It's the no. That's not yellow.
Purple, blue, green.
It's the solar plexus
yellow,
chakra.
Orange.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right in your diaphragm.
Yeah, so that would, belly laughing. Oh, belly laughing.
He wasn't belly laughing in my ear. He just went, I'm here.
Okay.
The actual just,
Would that make sense, Audrey, that he would, be like that? Because she's gotten very kind of giddy at the moment.
happy.
I know you're happy. Obviously,
Yes.
he's happy too. So I'm trying to ask him, does he have a message?
Okay. That's all he's saying. He's just going, okay.
Okay, because, let's see, Ralph.
Just getting a very happy yellow vibe, and he's just being like, okay.
Okay, he wants to stick with the teenage energy instead of the old lady energy. So, Audrey, he is like always and always so happy.
I just got the video. There's this old, Pixar video where it's just got that, don't worry, be happy. And it's got, that snowman bobblehead in the globe that's just dancing. That's what I'm just seeing. He's just chilling. He's nice and happy.
Well, Audrey sort of had confirmation for you. Sometimes what we see is just ridiculous from our perspective. But turns out to be the most meaningful confirmation you can get. So,
All right. Next is Angel Gwen.
Angel Gwen.
For anyone.
You're welcome, Audrey. Angel, I'm seeing Cupid. Now, I know February 14th is coming up soon, but what I saw was Cupid. Now, that could mean several things. That could mean love is in the air. It also could mean...
A baby?
Yes.
I know you didn't want to say it, but I was like,
Could also mean there is a baby in the offing. It could mean there's a new baby in the family somewhere. Yeah. Ask for a message and see what you get. So yeah, there's a baby coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't normally do predictive stuff because I don't like being wrong. But since we both got baby, then
Yeah, I got you mentioned Cupid, and I'm like,
it wasn't Cupid it was Cupid the baby.
yeah, I just saw a little baby.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Next.
No.
And last but not least, William for Stephen or anyone.
Did you see what my son?
Yeah.
William wants to know if anyone has a message for him, possibly Stephen. Okay, so William is not dead.
No, William's just not on right now.
Oh, okay.
So William
is probably sitting in the living room watching this on the TV like you guys used to. Only now you have to participate.
Okay, I thought he was dead. I was like,
Yeah, no. Stephen is dead. That's who.
okay, Stephen.
Katina would also like a reading.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
You're getting there. Okay. Don't micromanage the staff. I'm sorry. That's particularly ironic when, the business owner right now is taking notes.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not above doing dirty work.
No, she's not.
So William would like to know if there's a message from Stephen. These messages sometimes have to come through our filters. In a way that we understand so that we can give it back to you. All I'm seeing is Fonzie going, hey.
I was told to hold up my rock. It's a little Labradorite.
So Stephen is probably saying good job about something, and he loves you.
And he's got the instinct of, you should just hold that up.
Yeah, so there you go.
All
That's Stephen's message for William.
See, Jessica for any of her spirit guides.
All I'm hearing is that's for her to figure out.
I actually a private message in your future, Jessica. In case you could not read that face.
Yes, Katina. Jessica, you're a nature lady. Do you remember that somewhere in like Kentucky or Tennessee, they have this every spring, the garter snakes all come out of wherever it is they were, and there's like 1 million of them along the ground, and they're all trying to mate. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like there's all these little snakes running around. So that would be a huge transformation coming your way. I don't get that they're... Jack just went... I don't get that they're harmful or that you're going to get hurt, but it does seem to me to say there's a big transformation coming your way. So they're telling me, put on your big girl panties and deal with it.
And that's a message for Jessica, because she and I are always telling each other, put on our big girl panties and suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
So that...
You may not like what's coming, but it's coming regardless. And roll with the punches, and you'll come out fine on the other end of whatever it is that's coming your way. Next.
So, Angel wanted a reading if we're going to go back that direction.
Okay, yeah, we can go back that direction. You want to try it?
Yeah, here's your cards.
What do you mean no?
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
No, I always go.
Excuse me, you don't have to be good at it. You just have to be good at giving the message.
And you give the message to all your friends all the time. So go for it.
After
I don't
a
even
lot
want
of
to hear
fact
that.
checking.
No.
Also, a man appeared
When?
while you were talking.
A man appeared when I was talking
For
to
Jessica?
Jessica?
Yeah,
Is the man for me? Is the man for Jessica? Or did he just show up?
he just showed up
He just showed up. Where is he?
right there.
He must be for you or Mom, because I don't see him.
What does he look like?
Gray hair, kind of a beard down to here, gray, little white streaks in it. About like 5'10", 5'11", not very tall. Not skinny, built man. Not
Ask
really.
him
Old man.
who he's here for, because that's not anybody in our family.
Yeah, I know. It's not for one of us. It's for one of them. He won't say it. Kind of like very, kind of old man, beard down to here, gray, short-ish kind of gray hair. Kind of big in stature, kind of intimidating. I can see him like crystal clear back here, but it's hard to explain him because I don't know how. Wearing a red flannel. The more I say, I don't know, the more...
The more comes through. Yeah. So
Kinda
stop
like-
saying, I don't know, and start saying, show me more.
Khakis, his shirt tucked in with a belt and some gray boots. Kind of like a really old looking lumberjack, but like not a lumberjack. A hardworking man. Worked a very hands-on job.
Does he have a name?
You.
Huh?
Just as you asked, what's the name? I just asked, who are you?
Oh, okay. Well, we're vibing together. So ask him what his name is. What is your name? Can you please tell Sarah?
Kaci, preferably.
Okay, so could you please tell the teenager?
I don't know. It's kind of like his dress clothes, like his good clothes. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Because it's not for us.
I'm almost out of data. I'm using my data.
You can connect to our internet.
You were supposed to be on there.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on data, which means I had that accidentally turned off my
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Oh well.
Jamie.
Jamie?
Oh, look.
Yeah, would his name be
Maybe
Jamie?
because I got like something like Jake, Jacob, Jamie. Jamie seems to fit.
Ask him. Is your name Jamie?
Oh! Ask Jamie how he died.
I'm getting something through the chest, like right here. Very violent. Jamie Goad.
Would that be correct, Katina, that he got hit in the chest somehow or
hit in the
another?
chest, heart attack, something about right here where your heart is. Because I'm starting to feel like a pit right here. Like something's missing.
Would that make sense, Katina?
Well, that would explain why he was in working clothes, maybe.
This is the same Jamie I picked up last year. And I saw his death a little differently.
Tree fell.
Was it an accident or was it on purpose?
I think it was an accident. I think it was an accident, but he blamed someone for it. I don't know who. A coworker. Oh. His face was tore off. Oh. I got something here. Maybe his ribs got crushed.
Is it possible? That's possible.
I didn't get anything about the face.
And she said it was on purpose.
Was it a coworker?
Was it a coworker, Katina?
A friend.
So, there you go.
Someone close.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to think.
There you go. So,
he's here.
now does Jamie have a message for Katina? Now that we've figured out who it is, does he have a message for her? And since he's talking to you, not me, that's why I'm asking you.
I'm actually trying really hard. I don't know. He's just here.
He's just here. All right. They generally show up to say, hey, I love you. I'm still here. I'm thinking about you. I'll see you later. Well, obviously they weren't, Katina.
Was he related to you? Like a cousin, an uncle? Close but not too close? Maybe like a friend of your dad's or your mom's, a family friend who's something like that. Okay, family friend.
Cool.
Okay.
Like how you see to it, Akashic records, like how you do that.
Akashic
how you can
records.
do Akashic records, like you can do that. Somewhat like what I do, it's like seeing a book. I see them, and then I just flip through the pages to see more. That is how I do it with people. Sometimes I'll get a color, sometimes I'll get like a word, sometimes I'll get like a new piece of clothing, something to tell me about them. It's like reading a little book.
That's awesome. Truly awesome. Who wanted a reading?
Angel.
Angel.
I think you should give the reading.
No, I think you should.
No.
You're turned on at the moment.
Yep.
Angel, the first card I have for you is the Nine of Swords, which says stop worrying about it. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it, so just let it go. It's not worth worrying about, because we have the Seven of Swords, which means if it's already been gotten away with, don't worry about it. No one noticed. And then we have the Ace of Clubs. Yes, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is new beginnings, new growth in your life. Especially if you stop worrying about the little crap. This will actually happen. If you stop to remember that you got away with it. Or somebody got away with it. Don't worry about it. Just keep moving on. That's all you can do. New beginnings are on the horizon. New beginnings are always on the horizon. But this particular case, new beginnings are... They're kind of like right there. You just have to stop worrying about it. I'll shut up now.
No, it's okay. I know what these two wanted to say. I'm not sure about that one.
That's the star. The star is all about nurturing, about the connection with spirit. The star is about nurturing yourself, nurturing spirit, nurturing the ground, nurturing the water. It's all a cycle. It's a good thing, unless you pulled it out upside down.
I pulled it up upside down. It's not. That's why I tried to turn it right side up, and it did not look good.
Okay. Well, then if it was in a reverse position, I would say that the star would mean you're not taking care of yourself very well.
Oh, that fits a little bit better.
So show the card.
I got the reverse star. I can't say what that one means right now, but the Three of Swords, I know they're really pretty cards. Three of Swords, you're punishing yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. You're purposely not letting yourself get better. You're holding yourself in your own little cage. You're blaming yourself for something, but you need to remember that you are strong enough and you have things at your disposal that you can use. Yet you refuse to use them, but you need to. You need to stop.
All right.
Okay, so it's going to be the Kaci show next week, right? All right, who's next?
Reading for Katina.
For Katina. For Katina, we have, okay, I did shuffle, I swear to God. We have the Nine of Swords, which is also, don't worry about it, you can't change it anyway. The only thing you can do is make yourself sick and get into a depression if you're not already there. Then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about, you can create magic. You've already got a familiar in the family. You can do whatever it is you need to do. You've got the resources. Just need to transform yourself, transform your mind, transform your thinking. And then we have the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is all about prosperity, making sure that everyone is nurtured. It is knowing that no matter what, you'll be taken care of. So the queens are about knowing, stepping into your power, transformation, because this is yours. All good things are yours, Katina, but you gotta get out of that rut you're in.
That little black kitten right there. Boop, that's what's sitting outside my window.
Oh. Your window or this window?
That window.
Oh, okay.
Chased me around the house when I went to my window. You started reading Katina and it feels like someone took their thumb and just like holding it right there and just trying to push real hard. Like right there, right between the brows.
So is Spirit trying to say, wake up?
Or I don't want you to see.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think it's like pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And I'm like, stop, 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 stop. Yes.
So for Katina.
I will shove you through the wood.
There you go.
Stop. It's going to be my no thing for anymore. Leave me
I
alone.
didn't bring it to be punishment.
It's not.
But you know what? It is like I said, it's a portal. It's taking that negativity and taking it, you know. Katina.
I don't know if that one should be read up. Right. It's upside down. See, you don't read them when they're upside down.
I rarely do.
I know. I don't either. I rarely do as well. But the last two, the first ones, have always been upside down.
Spirit will tell you. Spirit will tell you whether it's right side up or upside down. So Spirit says it's upside down. What is it? What is it right side up?
Ten of Wands. That is you're punishing yourself. That is what I get, is right side up. It's punishment. You're trapping yourself. Upside down, it's more of you're healing.
Show them the cards.
So, I got the Ten of Wands, which is normally, if I read it right side up, I get the tens are usually the end of the cycle. So I get whatever you've done, you're punishing yourself for it. You're either trapped by it, you're punishing yourself for it, you're not letting yourself go. But it is reversed. Ten of Wands. So again, it's still a 10, so it's still at the end. She taught me that.
I'm so good.
She is. It's the 10.
Okay. If it's the 10 of Wands is in the reverse position, which Spirit told her it was, it is the healing has started.
Yes, that's what healing. That's
what
I said
has
before.
Started.
You're letting yourself heal, and I have the Knight of Cups, Knight's Quest. You taught me that too. Knight's Quest and Cups are more about emotion. So you're letting yourself heal now. Whatever you've done is over. And you're starting anew. You're taking your horse, you're going out, and you're searching for your little gauntlet to help yourself feel better. You're searching for that.
Keep talking. Eventually the message will come
I know
through.
it's trying, but I don't know what words to use for it. I don't know what use. You're grabbing your horse, and you're taking your time. That is okay. You need to take your time. And you're working towards building that newfound foundation.
And which is this one?
The Four of Pentacles. You're healing. You're taking the like authority, like
power.
you're taking
authority.
what's it called? The torch, and you're walking out, and you're lighting yourself a new. What's it called? I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how. See, I'm better with the spirits because at least.
No, the 10 of this one also reminds you to not let your emotions, the Knight of Cups, reminds you not to let your emotions get all stirred up, to stay even on an even keel with that healing. And this one, Four of Pentacles.
Four of Pentacles. You need 4 to make a tripod.
No, you only need 3 to make a tripod.
No, 4 is the foundation.
Four's the foundation.
Because I remember we looked at. I'm still new to these.
Teachable moments is what we have here. No, it's okay. So the 4 of Pentacles reminds us to have a solid foundation for this brand new healing that's going on.
No, she needs to work towards it.
She needs to work towards it.
It's not there already.
Okay.
It sort of is, but it's more like broken. So now.
So that healing process leads to the solid foundation that you're building. I hope that makes sense, Katina.
You're healing. You're working towards building up your foundation. There we go. Simple.
See, and you're both on the nose. So
I don't remember what she said because I was too busy trying to.
all right. Last but not least, William wants a reading.
William wants a reading.
Hello.
Don't look at them.
No, it popped out.
It popped out?
It like grabbed my finger.
Is it a card for William?
I don't know. I'll set it aside.
Okay. The first card I have for you, William, is the Knight of Cups, which is, yes, the Knight of Cups, which is about moving forward, being centered in yourself. It also reminds you to stay calm while you're on this journey that you have, because it can be sometimes quite chaotic. And then we have the World. This is the World is, you've come to the end of the phase. You've done really, really well, but you need to make plans for the next phase of your life. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is about new beginnings, brand new beginnings. Your cup overfloweth. Good things are happening for you, William. Hopefully you have the same message.
I wasn't paying attention to yours.
You're trying to figure it out. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Because I don't read these often, so. So, the first card I got for you was the Hanged Man. You need to take a look from a different angle at the situation that you're in right now. And you need to set aside all your distractions and focus on what's in front of you. Yeah. 5 of Wands. See, I usually read them right side up like you do. I don't like reading them reverse, but
Okay.
all of them are telling me no, they need to be read this exact.
So the 5 of what? The 5 of Wands
Five of
is
Wands.
about...
Protecting, it's about strength. That's what I'm getting from it.
Okay.
Though upside down,
Means more conflict is coming.
people are going to leave you out on a limb. See, right side up, the picturing. I'm going to go off the picturing for this. In the picturing, it is a man holding onto his wands while people are trying to pull him down. Well, when I pulled it upside down, what I'm seeing is someone is hanging him out to dry. Someone's going to try. Something's going to happen, and they're going to try and leave you out to dry. You need to be prepared because those friends, your partners, those around you, are going to leave you out to dry, but you do need to be a little bit more careful. Do not go blindly into that partnership. You need to take a step back and be like, okay. You think it looks all good and nice and like everything could come true, like a dream come true, but you need to take a look at it from another angle. I should have read that one first.
That's okay. No, you read them in the order they come out. We hope, William, We hope, William, that makes sense to you. Is there anybody else for a reading or for
Nope.
someone from the other side? We're
good to
done.
go. Yes.
We are done for tonight. Thank you so much. I don't know about.
I'll get mine off the air.
Huh?
I said I'll get mine off the air.
Well, yeah. We appreciate you guys being here very much. If anybody wants a private reading from either Sarah or Kaci or myself, please get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with the ladies. Because right now we're just all sort of like going through me because I'm the one that's really out there with this stuff. And you know how to get in touch with me if you need to. And we'll be back next week.
Same bat time,
Same bat
station.
channel. Yep. And I know there's something else I say.
Have a blessed night.
Have a blessed night. That's all. We're done. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh,
I'll click it for you.
thank you, because my